Hello and welcome to the first edition of Sports Talk Live. I'm Brian Fiocco.
I'm Taylor Maren.
And I'm Riley Wallace.
On Sports Talk Live, we're here to analyze, discuss, and debate about all the sports here at Westchester University. Let's get started. Our first topic today is men's basketball. With a 9-9 record so far, 6-8 in the PSAC conference, the Golden Rams are off to a mediocre start. Beginning the new year with 4 losses, they bounced back by winning 3 consecutive games. They had a 2-1 record last week with a loss in their most recent game at East Stroudsburg by a score of 94-82. Now let's turn it over to our sports analysts Taylor Maren and Riley Wallace for a breakdown on the Rams' past 2 wins.
Thanks, Brian. Saturday, January 21st, Westchester had an exciting victory over division-leading Bloomsburg University. Bloomsburg could not find an answer for the triple threat of the Westchester guards. Carl Johnson, Jaleel Mack, and John Breeding combined for 52 of Westchester's 70 total points. They pick up the slack of the absent leading scorer, Lance McDowell, who was out due to a lower body injury. The Golden Rams took the momentum into the locker room by ending the first half on an 11-0 run. It was back and forth second half, with Westchester making crucial stops down the stretch to pull out a 70-64 victory.
Westchester continued their hot streak with a convincing win over Cheney last Wednesday, 79-49. The Golden Rams took control right out of the gate as they held Cheney to 1 field goal in the first 6 minutes. Westchester continued to dominate, outscoring Cheney 45-26 in the second half. In Lance McDowell's first game back from injury, he recorded a double-double with 20 points and 10 rebounds off the bench.
Speaking of the Cheney game, it's now time for STL's Top Plays of the Week.
Coming in at number 3, Harley Williamson dishes it to Khalif Foster, who finished the play with the foul. And at number 2, John Braden passes down low to Lance McDowell for another and one. And finally, our top play, Tim Flecken to Khalif Foster, who finds the big man, Lance McDowell, for the dunk.
As you can see, Westchester has been playing very well as of late. Hopefully they continue this into the last third of their season. So guys, what's up next for the Golden Rams?
Coming up Saturday, 4th place Westchester hosts 5th place Millersville in a crucial rematch. Last time these two teams met, Westchester fell 89-83 in a hard-fought game back in mid-January. In my opinion, I feel Westchester is going to bounce back. They are not going to let Millersville take them for a second time. If they play defense like they have the last few games, I strongly like their chances at home.
Well, frankly, this Millersville team does not play consistent basketball. They haven't won more than 2 games all season and are only 3-7 in away games. Westchester is going to have to beat themselves in order to lose this game, and I don't see that happening. I see Westchester playing their game and getting revenge against Millersville. After Westchester disposes of Millersville, they face the league-leading Kutztown Golden Bears, who've won 9 straight games. This is Westchester's biggest game so far this season. Saying that, I do believe that Westchester has a good chance to pull off this upset. With their recent victory over Bloomsburg, Kutztown may be overlooking the Golden Rams.
So you really think that Westchester has a chance against the first place Golden Bears?
Yes, I realistically do think they have a good chance.
Well, I just don't really see that happening with the current streak that Kutztown is on. Even though Westchester has been on a recent tear, they just don't have what it takes to compete with Kutztown's talent. With that said, I do see it being a well-fought game, with Westchester coming up a little short at the end. Now, I recently met up with current sophomore Golden Ram Tim Mulqueen to hear his thoughts on their season so far and their upcoming schedule. Let's take a look at that now. Tim, thanks for joining us. Roughly 2/3 of the way through the season, how do you think your team has done thus far?
Well, we've had somewhat of an up and down roller coaster season this year, but I don't think our record does our team justice. We've had some unfortunate injuries, especially over the past 8 weeks, which has kept some starters out of the lineup, but everyone has been stepping up and doing their part.
Having won 3 of the last 4 games, what has been the keys to your recent success?
Well, after losing 4 games in a row on the road, the team really came together and grinded it out. The coaches showed great faith in the team and continued preparing great game plans. Our togetherness, hard work, and preparation has really paid off in our success.
You have a lot of tough games coming up. What do you think that needs to be done for you to make a final playoff push.
We just can't let up. There's 8 games to go against opponents we've already faced. Working hard in game preparation is going to be key to our success, and hopefully we can put a nice run together and gain some momentum before March.
Thank you, Tim, and good luck on the court for the rest of this season.
Thank you.
It seems like we're going to have a very exciting next few games. Now let's turn our attention to the women's basketball team. The Lady Rams are having an awesome season so far. They're tied for first with a 14-4 record, 10-4 in PSAC play. The Rams have been particularly hard to beat at home, with only one loss to Gannon back in December. They've been led by senior guard Allison Hostetter, averaging 14 points per game, shooting 49% from the field, and junior forward Alexandra Lennon, averaging 12 points per game with 44 blocks this season. Riley Taylor, what are your thoughts on the Lady Rams so far this year?
The Rams have been playing particularly well as of late, unfortunately ending their 6-game winning streak with a nail-biting loss to East Stroudsburg 60-58. Earlier in the week, they took down PSAC contender Bloomsburg, followed by a blowout win at Cheney. So what's up next for the Lady Rams, Mr. Maren?
Well, Riley, 2 of their next 3 games are at home, including a tough test against Millersville, who are 1 game back in the division. After Millersville, they welcome in a struggling Kutztown team who has lost 6 of their last 8 games. As long as they finish up strong and keep playing the way they have, there is no reason why our Lady Rams should not come home with a division title this year.
Thanks, guys. We'd like to finish up by touching on a few more important sports teams here at Westchester. This year's men's swimming and diving team has struggled, posting a 3-4 record with only one more event before the PSAC championship, starting February 16th. So that's the men's. Taylor, how's the women's team looking so far?
The women are looking much better so far with a 5-2 record. All that is remaining is the Delaware Diving Invitational on Saturday. That's all we have for the swimming and diving teams. Riley, how's the women's gymnastics team looking?
Thanks, Maren. They're off to a fast start, winning 5 of their first 7 events. But it is still early in the season, so let's hope they can keep up this pace for the remainder of the season.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's edition of Sports Talk Live. We'll be here next week, same time, same place. Take it easy, Westchester.